I'm away. I'm 31 years old. I recently failed my business, and right now I'm unemployed and living in China. My dog Banban is 9 years old, and my cat Guazi is 3. After losing my income, some people told me that I should give them away. They said that without a stable income, keeping a dog and a cat would become a huge burden. And honestly, they were right about one thing. Raising pets in China is not cheap. Food, litter, supplements, and medical care. The costs are real, but when people ask me if I should give them up, I always think about something else. Banban has been with me for 9 years. She has moved with me 6 different times, and Guazi has already moved with us twice. They have been with us through different stages of our lives. They are not just pets anymore, they are part of our family. So the question was never really, should I keep them? The real question became, how can I continue taking care of them after my situation changed? Today, I want to show you the real cost of raising a dog and a cat in China without a stable income. And I'll show you how I prepare their food while trying to reduce the cost. 7 after my business failed, I started looking for ways to reduce the cost of raising my pets. Not by giving them less, but by finding a different way. We have a friend who runs a salmon shop. Sometimes she saves the leftover salmon pieces for us. These are not the expensive cuts people usually buy, but they are still fresh and perfect for making pet food. This time we got much more than I expected. I think this amount can make around 5 meals for Banban and Guazi. When I got home, I divided everything into portions and vacuum sealed them. Our freezer is quite small, so we could empty store all of it. We also shared some with 2 friends who have dogs. I actually like doing this. It reduces food waste, and other pet owners can also save some money. The next day, another important ingredient arrived. This is 5 kilograms of chicken breast that I ordered online. Normally it costs around 90 RMB, but I waited several days for a discount and finally bought it for 60 RMB. It was delivered directly to my home with ice packs to keep it fresh. When you don't have a stable income, small savings like this start to matter. After my business failed, I started paying much more attention to every expense. Now we already have some main ingredients, but there are still other things we need. So let us go to the supermarket and see how much everything costs before buying the ingredients. I also wanted to take a look at commercial pet food. In our city, the choices are quite limited. Even regular dog food can cost around 128 RMB for 2 kilograms. For a medium sized dog like Banban, the monthly cost can add up very quickly. That is one of the reasons I started preparing part of their meals myself. For me, it's not only about saving money, I also like knowing exactly what ingredients they are eating. For homemade pet food, meat is usually the biggest cost. But vegetables and other ingredients also affect the total price. I was actually surprised by the price of vegetables here. I also bought a tray of eggs for their food. Buying a whole tray is cheaper than buying small packs, and this amount can be used for several batches. I usually choose simple ingredients without unnecessary additives. This bag of oats is not expensive, and one bag can last for many meals. These 3 carrots only cost 1.66 RMB. 2 broccoli only cost 4.6 RMB for homemade food. Ingredients like these are affordable and can last for several meals. Let's see how much we spent today. Before I tell you the total, can you guess the price? On the way home, it started raining. Since our clothes were already wet, we decided to pick up our packages before going back. One thing I really appreciate about living in China is the delivery system. Even in a small city, online shopping is very convenient. I already know what is inside these packages, but opening them still feels a little bit like opening a surprise box. This is probiotics for my pets. I usually buy them when they are discounted. Buying the same product from a pet store can cost much more, so I prefer to stock up when the price is good. And these are a few t-shirts I bought for myself. Because the summer here is very hot and humid, I often need to change clothes, items, only about 10 RMB each. And this is Guazi as cat litter for cat owners. Litter is one of those regular expenses that never stops. I don't insist on a specific brand. If the quality is acceptable and there is a good discount, I will choose it. Now all the ingredients are ready. The next step is actually the part that takes the most time. Making homemade pet food is cheaper for us, but it requires something else. Time. This is beef heart that I ordered in advance. It was about 10 RMB per kilogram. I need to remove some fat and prepare everything before cooking. Banban has been with me for 9 years. When I first adopted her, I never imagined that one day I would be preparing her meals myself. Life changes in unexpected ways, but some responsibilities don't disappear when our situation changes. I usually prepare several days of food at once. It takes a few hours, but it saves me time later, and I know exactly what goes into their meals. After preparing everything, I usually need a short break. It looks simple when you watch the finished meal, but preparing several weeks of food at once is actually a lot of work. The good thing is that one preparation session can last for a long time. This time, I prepared around 30 portions for Banban and around 25 portions for Guazi. Feeding, and this is the moment I wait for. After spending hours preparing everything, seeing them enjoy their food makes me feel that it was worth it.
好啦，小蜜吃饭喽。
Our freezer is small, so I have to plan carefully. But now, I don't need to prepare their food every day. One preparation day can save me many days later. Cost summary. So let us calculate the total cost. Salmon, 0 RMB. Chicken breast, 60 RMB. Vegetables, 12 RMB. Oatmeal, 20 RMB. Eggs, 20 RMB. Beef heart, 10 RMB. in total. This batch cost me around 122 RMB. It made about 30 portions for Banban and 25 portions for Guazi. So each meal costs around 2.2 RMB. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that some people told me to give them up after I lost my income. I understand why they said that. Raising pets is a responsibility, and the cost is real. But for me, having less money doesn't mean I stop caring about them. I just have to find a different way. I know every pet owner has a different way of taking care of their animals. Some people choose commercial food. Some people make homemade. I'm curious, how do you usually feed your pets? Thank you for watching our life in China.